This is how Reiki helped me heal my food sensitivities to gluten and dairy, which I had for 4.5 years, and I can now eat everything. My gut journey started after one summer when I went to Ecuador and I came home with a parasite. Once I successfully got rid of the parasite, this is sort of where I started to notice that gluten and dairy were not working in my diet anymore. I was super allergic, and any crumb I would have, I would bloat and sometimes even throw up. I went to get allergy tests, and I feel like this is pretty common for a lot of other people with food sensitivities, where it doesn't show up on the allergy test, but you know that you cannot eat those foods. So flash forward about 4.5 years later, I was going through a bit of a tough time in my life. I was going through one of the big breakups in my life. And so during that year, I really took the time to work on myself and almost rediscover myself. And so for me, that involved a lot of Reiki sessions. I did Reiki about once a week, and there was one particular session which I will dive into. So one session, the Reiki Master's guided her to facilitate the session at my solar plexus energy center. Now, this chakra has to do with our identity of self, our self-love, self-image. So any limiting beliefs that align with this energy center would be held in this chakra, which also aligns with our gut. For Reiki, you just have to be open to your own healing, to allow healing to happen, to release blocks. And I was ready to move forward. So with this willingness, the Reiki energy is able to work within my body and my energy centers to help release these blocks and limiting beliefs. After about 40 relaxing minutes in this Reiki session, the Reiki Master's guides sent a message that I would no longer have the issue of my food sensitivities to gluten and dairy after this session. I was super happy to hear this message, but at the same time, I knew that it wouldn't happen overnight, so I was just open to see what would happen. I slowly started to introduce foods, gluten and dairy, slowly over the next few weeks. And almost miraculously, 3 weeks later, I was fully able to eat all gluten and dairy. My gut was so much happier, so much healthier, and I had absolutely no restrictions. So that just goes to show the incredible benefits that Reiki has. Once we open up to our own healing, we release things that we didn't even know were there. So I'm so grateful for my transformation I've been able to see through Reiki and energy healing. I am in a much healthier and happier place than ever.